Jason, tell us about the research that you guys have been doing about the efficacy of online video. Give us a little background about the study itself.
Sure. We wanted to take a look and see if there was a better way to create video advertising, particularly around short-form video content. We'd seen a lot of studies in the marketplace, but either what they measured or the outcomes or results of those studies were really all across the map. And so we wanted to take a fresh look, influenced by a lot of the work that we've been doing, but a fresh look at whether or not there was a better video ad or a different kind of a video ad other than pre-roll that might be more effective for short-form content.
Now, you guys do have, what are your thoughts about the pre-roll ads, 30-second pre-rolls or 15-second pre-rolls?
Well, depends on who you ask at the company. I think people have been concerned, some programmers have been concerned that it's a bad user experience. As a general matter, advertisers are comfortable with them, at least the 30-second spots and increasingly the 15s, because it's most like what they've bought in the past, television advertising. So our thoughts, are very somewhere between what's our number one concern is, can we create a more effective connection for an advertiser, whether that's with and hopefully do it in a way that consumers like or certainly embrace. So our thoughts in the 30-second spots were kind of uninformed until we did this study as to whether or not it did both of those things.
All right, just tell us a little bit about the study. I understand it's around 50 million streams. Like, how did you gauge interest, or how did you do that?
So what we ended up doing is we wanted to find a study. We wanted to find a better product. There's a lot of custom opportunities available online, particularly for advertisers who have a lot of money or have a lot of time. We wanted to see, is there a product that we can actually put in the market that could be as easy or close to as easy as a 30-second spot that an advertiser could run. We also wanted, but in order to do that, we needed to make sure that it would work across multiple demographics, multiple sites. It would be applicable to different kinds of advertisers. If we want to go out and say to the market, here's a product that works, we have to make sure it actually works for the market at large and not just a specific advertiser for a specific demographic or on a specific site.
Cool. So tell us what you found and the product now you're excited about.
So we ended up testing two different products that and we benchmarked them against a 30-second spot. And one product was what we call a fly out or a side loader. There was a 5-second pre-roll and then a unit that came out from the side of the video window. The second product that we tested, or product suite, was a 5-second pre-roll and a lower 1/3 that launched about 10 seconds into the video and covered the lower 1/3 of the video window. And we benchmarked those against the 30-second spot pre-roll. The winner in both likability and effectiveness using survey branding methodology was actually the lower 1/3 suite. So the 5-second pre-roll plus a lower 1/3. I think of sort of equal interest is that the pre-roll came in second, and the side loader, which didn't cover any of the video screen, actually ended up coming in third, both in likability and in effectiveness. And that taught us a lot of things as well. But we get, what I liked the best about the juxtaposition of those findings was that one of our big concerns was that novelty would influence the effectiveness, and so the most unusual ad would therefore create a false positive around effectiveness. By seeing this side loader, which was clearly the most novel ad of the three that we put into into this test, come in third, both in effectiveness and likability, it told us that we were probably coming up with results that were pretty accurate and pretty sustainable on a long-term basis.
There's a lot of snazzy ticklers and crawlers, and I'm not sure of all the terms. A lot of that stuff is sort of in your face. Is there some kind of downsides of kind of being too aggressive with eye-grabbing videos or ads? What are some of your thoughts about how successful video will look from both your experience and this study?
I think what we were finding in a number of different places is that if we're too disruptive to the experience, users will tune out. And so there is a place for eye-grabbing. Certainly we need people to pay attention to the advertising, otherwise it's not going to be effective at all. But doing that solely by being more in your face, more interruptive of the experience, isn't what we're learning, and what we're seeing is it's not necessarily the most effective way to make an impression on a consumer. And I think the future is going to continue to show us first, that the internet is creating divisions in content that we never thought of in television before. That there might be a difference between short form and long form advertising products. That there may be a difference between what we do in different kinds of gaming, for example, or other different formats. And I think it's also teaching us that we're going to have to find ways to get people's attention that they embrace more, as opposed to simply distract them and cause them to move their eyeballs in a different direction.
All right, man. Well, listen, thanks for being on the show, and congratulations on the study and the progress you're making. And just one last thing. So the suite, the so-called, what do you call it? The
Lower one-third.
Lower one-third, yes. A snappy branding name there, man. That's available? Is that unique to MTV? Is it implemented? How do people sign up for it? How does that work?
So if anybody, it's today now operationally available across the entire portfolio of the MTV Networks. So ComedyCentral.com, MTV VH1, even Nick or Nick Jr. I don't know. It's not. It could entirely be available on other sites, and my expectation is that other sites will copy this format or this packaging of formats together. But for right now, it is available across all the MTV networks.
All right, man. Well, anyway, there's too much excitement here. Brian, let's get a little shot around the street. Pan it around, man. Let's see it. And the Empire State Building. Can you get a zoom up there? New York City. I love this town. All right, man.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
I want my MTV. You gotta say it.
I want my MTV.